mynews.studio.
8 years and counting. No nuclear explosions, no mushroom clouds. So why does this global record still feel so uncertain?
Today is February 20th, 2026. We're talking about a world first. Over 8 years since the last nuclear test, which was North Korea's in 2017. That's the longest break since nuclear weapons were invented in 1945. But is this pause a real turning point, or just a fragile intermission?
That's a fair point. Maybe we should start with what's actually changed. Historically, the US, Russia, and other nuclear states carried out more than 2,000 nuclear explosions. Now, for the first time, there's a genuine global halt, and it's being closely monitored by the Comprehensive Nuclear Test Ban Treaty Organization, or CTBTO.
That is a significant shift. But what's behind it? Technology plays a big role. The US, Russia, and China are advancing their nuclear programs with computer modeling and subcritical tests instead of actual explosions. So, has this made full-scale testing unnecessary now?
For the most part, yes, but it's not only about science. Public opposition has also been strong, especially in places that suffered from fallout. Nevada is a good example. The state's experience with health and environmental damage led to local resolutions against new tests.
Let's not forget the legal side. The Comprehensive Nuclear Test Ban Treaty has been signed by 187 countries, making testing politically risky, even though some key nuclear states haven't ratified it. Do you think there's a reason for that?
It's mostly about sovereignty and trust. Some governments worry about losing strategic options, or they're not fully convinced by verification methods. But without ratification from countries like the US and China, the treaty can't actually come into force.
So, if technology and public pressure are keeping things in check, what about politics? The New START Treaty, which was the last big arms control agreement, expired just this month. There's now no binding limit on US and Russian arsenals. Does that put this testing pause at risk?
Yes, it does. There have been hints from both US and Russian leaders about possibly resuming tests, especially after some unverified reports about secret Chinese activities. If one country starts, others could follow. The taboo against testing is more fragile than it seems.
But for now, the taboo is still holding. How much of that is thanks to domestic activism, and how much comes from international agreements?
Both are important. In the US, grassroots activism and the memory of fallout victims keep testing off the political agenda. Internationally, treaties like the CTBTO reinforce the norm and add transparency through monitoring.
What kind of diplomatic strategies might actually move the CTBTO toward full ratification?
One approach is to present the treaty as beneficial for all sides. Improving verification could ease concerns about cheating. Maybe there's also room to link a test ban to broader security guarantees or steps toward disarmament. The key is incentives that matter now.
Does this 8-year pause mean disarmament is actually achievable? Or is it more of a standoff?
It's definitely progress, but it's not a certainty. As long as geopolitics remain tense and treaties expire, the risk of new tests remains. The challenge is finding a way to make this pause permanent.
So, we're at a record 8 years, 4 months, 11 days without nuclear testing. That's thanks to technology, activism, and some fragile agreements. But now, with arms control at a crossroads, will this be a real turning point or just another missed opportunity?
We'll see in the coming years. For now, the world has managed to hold the line. The real question is, how long can that last?
That wraps up today's episode. 8 years without nuclear tests, but the future is still uncertain.
Thank you for listening. This episode was brought to you by mynews.studio. You can try it now for free.